Alright, you lost control. Been in bed for a couple days now, not moving anytime soon. Don't have to. Feels good, right? Chasing the high. But there is a little caveat. It's a non-stop game, and the more we play, the harder the calm down. These days, when you feel overwhelmed, the trendy thing to do is escape. A cabin in the middle of nowhere, take a think quick to Detox, Bill Gates style. But not all of us can escape our normal lives. However, there is one thing we can and should escape: this. Smartphones, making our lives easier since 2007.
Yo!
If you're wondering whether or not you're addicted to your cell phone, don't worry, you are. You're watching this video, dude. You are. This video is brought to you by TomTalk. More on them later. Alright, I'm not saying cell phones are the only problem nowadays. Truth is, we live in times of easy access to so many things that spike our dopamine in crazy ways. Drugs, fast food, dating apps, sex, gaming, texting, sexting, porn, the news, social media. Oh, social media is the worst. Do you ever pick up your cell phone to do something quick and 3 hours go by, you don't even notice? It is incredibly hard to resist. Like gambling, you don't know what you're gonna get next, and that's why it's so addictive. But there is a way around it. Okay, so according to science, the answer is yes. Abstinence leads to recovery, so the first step you can take to get back to normal is identify your drug of choice. Think about your days. What is it that makes you feel so good that you have to do it over and over and over? And then refrain from doing it. It's that simple. Now, it takes around 30 days to reset your brain. It is a process that's called homeostasis. But 30 days may be hard, so set a time frame that works for you and try to work yourself up to 1 month. My drug of choice, as you now know, was Instagram. I quit social media in December last year. It was tough at the beginning, you know, December, not the best time to do it. And also, I'm single, so it was extra hard for me because these days when you meet new people, they don't ask for your number, they ask for your Insta handle. So I was one of those guys say, I'm taking a break. Why would you do that? Because I'm addicted. It isn't that bad. I mean, life gets a bit boring, but boring is good. Before we go any further, I want to take a few seconds to thank the sponsor of today's video, TomTalk. I've always wanted a backpack I could bring with me to my little hiking trips, but also use as my daily driver in the city. This is the Vinpack TA1 by TomTalk with a classic and vintage look. I've been using TomTalk's bags for a couple years now and they never disappoint. Well crafted and good looking. This one is pretty cool because it has a side entrance to the main compartment, so if you want quick access for something like a camera or a headset, you'll have that feature. One of the things I love the most about TomTalk is their attention to detail when it comes to taking care of your tech. The padding inside, waterproof materials, the many compartments for your laptop, iPad, accessories, it's really nice, they feel safe. This one is great for students or anyone who has to commute in the city and wants a good looking backpack. If you're interested, I'll leave all the information down in the video description. Thank you TomTalk for sponsoring this video. When I gave up social media, something interesting happened. I thought I was going to get a lot of messages from my friends asking, dude, where did you go? Can't find you on socials. Did you delete your account? Nothing. For weeks, no one noticed, not even my mom. But then I kind of forgot about it. To be fair, a handful of people asked me, where did you go? And I was in shock because most of us live in our own head with our own problems. So don't worry, you're not gonna be missed. Or maybe you will, and I'm just antisocial. Inevitably, when you stop binging, doom scrolling, or doing anything that's sucking up your time, you'll find you have a lot of it on your hands. And it's gonna be hard, but it's so important that you embrace that boredom because it's where the magic happens. Boredom forces us to come face to face with the big questions. It can be scary, but it is an opportunity for discovery and invention. Take the idea of this video for example, it was born from a moment of boredom. Now, I'm not saying this is the best video ever, but for me it was a hell of a challenge, lost in the process, I had a lot of fun making it and I am proud of it. If you like it, let me know in the comments, your feedback means more than you know. Now, I don't know about you, but I find it harder these days to get into that flow of getting lost in the process with all the distractions and everything, so yeah, boredom is pretty cool, stop running from it. The reason we are doing this dopamine fast is because we want to reset our brain, right? We want to go back to the times when we found pleasure in simple things like being in nature or reading a nice book. That book you can't put down until you finish. It feels awesome. We know abstinence leads to that. However, if you have a lot of free time, it's gonna be hard. You'll cave. So what to do about it? Remember when you were a kid and played a sport or an instrument for hours without thinking about time? You were in a state of flow. That's why as kids we were so happy, didn't see playing as a chore, it was pure fun. And when you're having fun, you don't check your cell phone. Unless you're very addicted to it. I used to be weird as a kid, didn't play sports, I was into drawing, could draw for hours. So I always knew I had this artistic side of me, but unfortunately as an adult, I kind of forgot about it. You know, gotta pay the bills, dude. So I went to business school for the money, but I was so depressed. And I remember that I used to be a heavy drinker, not an alcoholic, but I used to party every weekend, trying to escape my boring life and finding meaning or whatever you want to call it in that life, partying, the alcohol, sex. It was fun, I'm not gonna lie, but it ended up badly. Existential crisis. I guess we'll have to go through that to change, in my case to weird again. Then I found another creative outlet and I fell in love with it. I'm still depressed. I'm kidding, I feel great. Having artistic expression makes my life so much better. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I think we all need that in life. Finding pleasure in analog activities or simple things you don't do anymore but used to make your life so much fun. This video is coming to an end. Oh no, so sad. Don't know what else to tell you. On to your fast. Remember, at the beginning it's gonna be tough. Like the junkie without the needle, you'll want to go back to your old habits, but don't cave. I promise you'll come out the other side so much better. And with a new perspective and clarity, you can decide whether or not you want to reintroduce social media or whatever it is you're abstaining from in a healthier way. This is the last time I use that meme, I promise. The end.